and see what we can zoom in on as well, and see if we can capture any more heavenly bodies out there. Again, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and all you subscribers that are following me, respect to you all, because I know that you're following me and you're keeping your eyes to the skies as well, because we're seeing some amazing different objects that are up there. We're still hunting for Nibiru. As here on this image as well, the Vatican are staring at the skies every single day and night, tracking the celestial object that's incoming. The government won't say anything, and they keep chemtrailing as well to hide those huge gas giants that are out there that are coming in. So let's carry on and head on to the cams. Here on this mole wind cam, you can see the darkness, and basically on that horizon there you can see they lowered clouds. Now today here in the UK, I noticed a lowered cloud, okay, and a chemtrail that was under the cloud. This chem plane was small, and it went under the cloud and done like a curl effect, and then headed off into the horizon. And it was like a blue chemtrail, like fumes or some chemicals and things. Like, you know, it's very spectacular. My wife and I looked at that and we noticed that and slowed down in the car, and we just never seen a chemtrail like that before, underneath the cloud. Don't know if anybody else has seen these before, but this was very, very strange. Anyway, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that again and see if I can get that on video. But they are basically using all sorts of different types of ways of chemtrailing. Now they're chemtrailing underneath those clouds. This is a Mexico cam, okay? And they call this the Manzanilla cam in Mexico. Can you see this on the cam? Here is another reflection from a red heavenly body, the binary twin. Okay, now this reflection is not from our sun. We're seeing this every single day on sunrises and sundowns. You can see the chemtrails just on the screen here. Now basically, as the sun rises with that simulator, you will see that this disappears. Now there is no clouds, is there, to show or to try and make a mark to make this look like it's coming from clouds. No clouds at all. They're cloaking an object that's right here now. They're white screening an object here. They're using mirrors or devices up there, the simulator. This proves, as I said before, on the land, you will always get this, so they can't hide the reflection. If I go now, you can see this, can't you? I apologise about the tapping. You can see this, can't you? Watch this now. Now, there's our natural sun coming up. Okay? This here is a big cloaking device, and also these are heavenly bodies that are coming up on the horizon. There is our sun reflection. If we go back now, you will see this. No clouds to cause this illumination on the sea. Can you see this now? This is from another body, but they're hiding it. They're covering up. NASA is covering this up. They know it's out there. We know it's out there. It's now getting close to the time now, isn't it? Here on this image, you can see this object, okay? Just here. Something that's here. There's a few other objects on this footage as well. I'm going to show you. I'm going to zoom in on this as well. You can see this on the screen, can't you? It isn't a plane or isn't any other object that I've ever noticed up there in the skies. There's another object as well. I'll show you this as well. Here it is, the other object. It's just up there, isn't it? Very strange again. And again, another one. Now, as I said before at the beginning of the video, when we saw that strange chemtrail that was under that cloud, really, honestly, it was really just blew me away. We had to pull up and see that. The thing is, though, we were driving down an A road, so there was cars behind and everything, so it was just spectacular to see that, you know, that plane or whatever it was. It was a lot smaller than one of these military planes that spray the skies, and it did a sort of loop, sort of shape just under the lower clouds. There's a lot of things going on up there that we don't understand right now. We just need to let the public aware of this. I'm going to go to another image now for you guys. Here's another one. You can see this, can't you? Just here. What are these things? Because these are not chem planes or anything like that. Birds or anything. They're too high up in the air. We're seeing a lot of strange objects in the sky. Are these, what are they? I mean, it's just basically to research and see what we can find, and anything that looks strange out there just is basically spectacular for us, isn't it? So I'm just going to head on to other cams. Here's another one that's come into the Earth's atmosphere. You can see this, can't you? These are strange. Now, are they using these for chemtrailing, or are these objects that are coming from space? What are they? I mean, they've just appeared. I've noticed it on this cam quite a few times now. And also, these objects are always high up above cities, bigger areas, bigger populated areas as well. Can you see this as well? This object as well, that's in the distance there. I've zoomed up as much as I can. Now, there is something that's up there, isn't there? There's no doubt in it now. There's other things that we don't understand, and they're here now, aren't they? There's no getting away from it now. I'm just showing you the different ones that I'm picking up all the time. Here's another one. Timestamp is at 9:32 AM, and you can see this, can't you, on the 21st of 3rd, 2017. That object that's above that chemtrail. Are these other objects are causing chemtrails? Because I'm noticing smaller objects that are causing chemtrails, so please, if you can, just keep your eyes to the skies, because they're using other technology as well. I've just never seen objects like this before in my life up there, you know. And basically, when it's on the cam, they sort of flash and disappear and everything. I'll show you this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the cam roll at speed 1, okay? And you can see these flashing, okay? Now, they act strange. They don't move like planes. They're just flashing in and out. Watch this now. They do flash quite fast, okay? So you need to keep a close eye on this. Camera's rolling now, and you'll see these objects in them blue skies. Okay, here we go. Apologise about the white screen. There's one there, look, see that? You'll see other objects as well that come in and go. There's another one. Another one. What are they? See, I don't understand, because to see these coming in all the time now. So it's so important that we all just check the cams to see this. It's another one. It's another one. Can you see these? These are not part of cams. These are objects that are up there that can come in and they just flash away. Are they using our Earth's magnetic field? Are they other beings? I don't know, you know. But they're basically very strange. You can see this on the, just keep an eye on it. You'll see that, notice them flashing in and out. So annoying when you see the white screen coming up on the Mexico cams. We just need to see these objects, don't we? Just very strange times, aren't they, up there now? There's another one. The white screen all the time to stop us from seeing a lot of things. It's really important to get to know this now. Always widescreening now. Other cams around the world have been switched off. Some really good cams will get some really good footage, but they've turned them off all the time. I'm going to go now to another cam. This is another piece of footage from a Mexico cam. Now, something is here, rising, okay? That's being cloaked. There's the sun, the plasma on the horizon. There is something that's being cloaked here. This isn't a lens flare or anything like that. This is an object. As we go through, you can see this now, can't you? This object is basically being cloaked all the time. They're cloaking the cams, white screening them. They're cloaking the skies. They're cloaking everything. So we, the public, will just carry on and just think that everything's fine. It's a shame because they white screen everything as well. You can see this, can't you? There's something there. I'm going to go to another cam now. I noticed something down by this mountain, okay, on this Mexico cam. The San Carlos cam. Can you see this object here? Apologise about the arrow pointing to it, but you can just see this object, can't you? Just here. Is this in the sky? It looks like it is. Just pinpointing everything. It's very unusual looking, isn't it? I'm going to go to another image, but the thing is, though, we're seeing a lot of things now, aren't we? As Earth is heading towards the crossing of the Nibiru system, it's going to start now. We are in spring here in the UK, in the Northern Hemisphere. The first day of spring. So basically now, as things are heating up, we're going to start seeing some huge objects up there in the skies. It's going to be a lot brighter at night time as well, to see the stars and what's moving across them as well. So anyway, we're going to carry on, and I'm going to move on to another piece of footage for you. I just want to say to you guys, okay, as I said earlier on now, it's the first day of spring, okay? Now, look on this cam in Mexico. It's, again, very much too dark, isn't it? The skies, you can see the red reflections, the dark shadows and everything. Darkness on the land. That's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Because the thing is, come July, August, it's still going to be dark like this, then we know that 100% something is definitely wrong. Because the skies, again, in March, April of last year on these cams were much brighter. So it just is so evident that we are now going into an eclipse with these celestial bodies. We really are now. And it's time to prepare for this. It really is. And to notify your friends and families about this as well. Because this event is heading so close our way now. So please don't think that everything's okay. Because that's what the government want you to think right to the very end. This is a live cam, okay, an Acapulco cam in the marina in Mexico. Now, again, it's so interesting to see this, isn't it? Because again, you can see that blue reflection, okay, where them chem clouds are, and also this red haze coming from two objects. Remember this: two colours in the sky and a middle gap. It's happening everywhere in the dark shadows as well. Don't want you to look up at the skies. They just chemtrail all the time to keep our eyes down. It's so important now that we all understand this, because the subscribers are following the channel, and I respect that fully 100%, that we are now noticing that things are drastically changing when we see those huge celestial bodies that are together out there. We all know we've been lied to all this time by the powers to be. They just didn't want us to know. This is another Acapulco cam, the Condesa cam in Mexico. A lot of channels have watched these videos as well, and watched these cams daily. And basically, if you track back to the early days when we used to watch these, 2013, 2014, and onwards, the skies then were very much lighter than this. And you can see that blue haze, that reflection on the horizon. And also you can see that the colour of the sun, okay, reflecting, this is our true sun, because the simulator is above our atmosphere. The sun is a long way away, which we all know this. It can't hide the reflection, okay? Now, the dimness is from that simulator that's on the land. And basically, you can see that the sun is changing colour here because it's got the binary twin and Nibiru that's eclipsing it. Still a long way out there, but it's very, very close. As they say, the astronomers, it's a stone throw away. So basically, we are just going to carry on until we see these objects. And when the power grid goes down, I'm going to remember every single one of you, because you're all fantastic. And then messages you sent me as well is just absolutely outstanding, and I appreciate everything by standing by me through this channel. This is interesting as well on this cam. This is another Acapulco cam, okay, a Cubanda cam in Mexico. And basically, there's something definitely blue that's in front of our sun there. Can you see this? Basically, the sun's still up there. Look at the timestamp. It's 15:24. And basically, sun won't be going on the horizon just yet. Something else is on the horizon. Look at it. You can see it now. It's just starting to illuminate on the sea there. Can you see this? Very strange. So it's just good to keep an eye on this as well. And I've kept an eye on this cow for many years now. Sent footage off to other channels and images. And basically now it's great to produce the footage on a video channel for you guys. I'm going to go to another image now. Do you remember on the other video that I did last night, basically telling you that the waves, okay, on the shore act differently now? Can you see the way they just make these strange lines? Here, 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 you'll see this. Okay, and I believe this is part of the magnetic pull of the system. It didn't do this before, these lines, these different sort of shapes that you see on this cam. And I've noticed this on other cams around the world as well. As the sea is hitting the shore on the beach, they just change their sort of, like, they don't sort of mix together. They basically, can you see this? They sort of make these lines in the sea as well. It's very important to notice this as well. Again, I looked at some of the UK cams this afternoon, and basically a lot of the cams were turned off, sadly. But I'll be going to the UK cams again shortly to see what I can find as well in the skies, because today was very dim. And again, that was just, it did blow me away. It was very outstanding to see that chemtrail under the cloud there. Basically, you know, I mean, things like that are just not right, are they? You know, and then looking around and noticing people just don't notice it. Not at all. Strange things all the time, you know. Again, on this cam, it's very, very dark, isn't it? It's 12:38. I'll just rewind the cam to show you how dark and dim it is as well. And I believe now we're just rocking back and forwards all the time. The Earth's wobble is in a bad way. We're shaking and wobbling. But as I said, us humans won't notice it because Mother Earth is a huge celestial body towards us. And it's just evident the way the sea is playing, and also the moon is very low in the skies, taking different alternative routes in the skies as well. The moon is, the celestial body is just acting strange all the time, tilting. The sun has been tilted, and the sun's core is burned, as I said before, twice as hot. It's changing. And also these chems are getting much worse. Now they're doing chemtrails that you can't see in the skies. It's just turning into a haze in front of the sun. So they're trying to pull the wool all the time. And also many more earthquakes. They don't get reported on news media, many of them now. And the governments around the world are acting very strange. We don't hear much of the government situations anymore. So it's down to us to keep an eye on everything to see what's going on. Because there is huge changes now. We really need to study this. Here on this image as well, I want to just explain a few things here, okay? Now, that reflection that you see, that's that blue reflection, okay, here, this is definitely another body that's coming in, okay? Now, look at the difference. Look at where the simulator will be way up here. Here's the sun reflection, okay? That's behind the simulator. Now, this other light source is completely different because we've got the drop point from where the sun is reflecting, and also we've got the other body that's coming through, the blue reflection. Now, when this body comes through, you're going to see the simulator and then this big object. And we'll like then to see what the governments say on news media, to what excuse they're going to give when we see this big, huge blue star in the sky. Because I can't wait to see and hear what they say. Because we knew all along, didn't we? There's something is coming in that's very, very big. And still again, we're getting the negative replies. People saying, nah, this isn't true. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. Don't listen to them. Well, let me tell you something. The skies don't lie. They really don't lie. And it's so important to understand that the reflections, the colorings, are completely wrong now. I mean, look to the right of the screen when you've got the timestamp at the top there. Look how black it is. We've been eclipsed, and also the reflections are coming in very, very strong now. I mean, come on, NASA, look at this. Look what you're doing to our skies. I mean, it's Mexico. I mean, it's the start of the spring now. I mean, look how dark it is here on this. Just shows you that this object is right in front of our sun now. This heavenly body, the binary twin, Nemesis. And the chems are just wasting their time. The military are wasting their time now because we all know what's going on now, don't we? I mean, it's showing you on this cam as well, like the water is, the reflections, it's just not showing our natural earth colorings anymore. It's all changed. Everything is completely changed now. Also on this live cam, I mean, over here you can see how dark it is. There's a body that's up there being cloaked. It's too dark. The sun should be covering all the sky. I mean, the simulator as well is just basically so obvious now, isn't it? We all know now, don't we? There's objects that's up there as well. I mean, the thing is, these chems are just trying to hide them now. Just amazes me, doesn't it, that people have got to now notice and look at this now. It's so important to get the word out there now, isn't it? Again, on this Mexico cam, another Cosmo cam. You can see that boat, can't you, that's leaving on the right hand side here, can you? And look at the sun, okay? Now the sun is supposed to be beaming down on these boats. This boat's supposed to be lit up. It really is supposed to be lit up by the sun now, the reflection. Here as well on the jetty, where you can see people on the jetty as well. It's all supposed to be lit up, very bright and very clear like it was before. But this object that's in front of our sun is just basically causing it to be dim and dark all the time. Because again, with these solar CME flares that are coming towards our Earth, they just don't want you to see what's going on. Again, it's just basically that we've got those bodies up there. And they don't want people to see. I just want people to understand this and just get the truth out there. It's very important because you don't get to see boats like that being dark at that time of the day. It's supposed to be bright. Again, on this Tajamar camp in Mexico, clouds are not supposed to do this in front of our sun. This simulator, I mean, the thing is, it just basically cuts everything up, doesn't it? I mean, the light source is just completely different. Again, on the right hand side of the cam, it's very, very dark, isn't it? Our sun's supposed to be lighting up the whole skies, not to be like this. I mean, this is a total mess, isn't it? These clouds, just thick chemicals that get sat in front of our sun. We see these clouds every day, just parked in front of our sun. They don't move. And when that simulator rises, all the clouds disappear. I mean, it's all being controlled right now, isn't it? Everything is being controlled. Even us, with the banking system and the government, I mean, everything is being controlled, isn't it now? These are the sort of chems I saw here in the UK as well. Spirals. These strange chemtrails. Okay? This one's being lit up. I mean, all this is chemtrails. Everything is just toxin and waste. Just absolutely can't believe they're getting away with it still. I really can't. I mean, the skies are much darker as well. And there's all sorts of things going on, isn't there? And they're just trying to cover it up, aren't they? Again, I know I keep saying this, and I just want to try and get the word out because I get so frustrated to know that the whole system above us, even with us and around us now, is completely changing, isn't it? Everything is not the way it was. Just want our blue skies back, our normal clouds, our normal sun. We don't need this, do we? Because it's harming everything right now. On this cam, I'm going to go through this with you, okay, to prove that the skies are darkening. And also that plasma on the right-hand side is not our sun. It's that blue object that's appearing on all the cams now, on the horizon, and above the horizon as well. And as that blue object rises, we're getting a red object below it. They're from different bodies. This is 100%. And also on this Loreto cam in Mexico, I'm going to start this cam, okay, and show you on the timestamp at the top right-hand corner that the sky remains dark, doesn't light up. Okay, I apologise about the white screen. It will go white screen as well because I don't want you to see anything. So I'm going to start the cam now. Okay, you can see now that it's still very dark with the timestamp. It's still going up. Just this darkness above on the skies. Can you see this? Still very, very dark. We are seeing this all the time. You can see that object. It's going down on the horizon now. It's disappearing. Now the sun is coming up from the other side. You can see the sun that's reflecting off these buildings. But it's still just too dark. The sun's supposed to be brightening everything up now. I apologise about these Mexico white screens. Again, you can see those cams. You'll see them spraying again on this cam. Just outstanding what they're getting away with now, isn't it? And I do believe that the military are watching these cams as well. They do this. I'm going to go to some other cams as well tomorrow, as I said before. I'm going to try some UK cams again because they did go down today, and also some Italian cams and Greece cams, and see what we can find. You can see the chemtrail now, can't you, going past? It's all to hide that system that's going to be seen very shortly. We're going to see this blue object. We really are. I'm going to go to another piece of footage, but look, you can still see it's very dark. It's 10, 34, 36, 38, and it's too dark. Here on this live cam as well, I'm noticing an object just here. It's dim. It's like a blurry sort of object. Doesn't move when the cam is being going through. You'll see this. Can you see this when the cam's going through? You can see this something there, isn't it? Hold on a second. Let's just try and get this to move slower without having to tap the screen. You can see this, can't you? It just basically shows itself and then it just basically disappears. Can you see this now? If I could get away with stopping them white screens, I would, and I apologise about this. But there is something there, isn't there? See that? You need to, if you can change the mode on your screen, you could see a dark object that's just there. This is another live Mexico cam you can see on the screen. This is called the Catorus Panoramica cam. Sometimes trying to get the words right, but I'll get there eventually, as we just be persistent on the cams as many times as possible to spot the skies that have changed. And here we go, look, you can see these strange looking clouds. I mean, look at this. This cloud looks like a bloody balancing on each other. I mean, these chems, they're just so thick and they stay low on the horizon, don't they? I mean, and this sun simulator, I mean, the angle of it as well. I mean, they really think that for 1 minute that we all believe that these are natural clouds and how dark it is in the sky. I mean, there's got to be thousands of, I mean, millions of people that are noticing this now. Just don't want to say anything. But I'm telling you now, to all others and all people around the world, respected ladies and gentlemen that are out there, that are noticing that our skies are completely, utterly changed. We do have these huge objects that are so close to us now. They're just now knocking on our back door. And it's just so evident. I mean, these clouds are just not our natural clouds. They're just stuck up there by using chemicals just to cover up everything and stop these flares that are coming down. I'm going to go to another image now. There's another live cam as well. I mean, you can see this, can't you, the timestamp. And I'm going to zoom in now and show you what I can notice. But first of all, I mean, look at the shadow here. There's no clouds to cause a shadow like this. This is from a huge celestial body that's out there. And it's basically stopping a lot of the light on the left-hand side. Can you see this as well? Before the sun rises, we've got this red reflection, okay, from the binary twin. We do see halos in the sky very similar as well, don't we? I mean, we're seeing it now on the horizon, aren't we? Proving that this is out there in space. I mean, all the trash that's coming in as well. I mean, we're going to zoom in onto this now, okay? Here it is zoomed in. Okay, we're getting this line in the sky here as well from another body. I mean, I'm going to now show you some footage of when this simulator, okay, in front of the sun, moves up in the sky. There's an object that's basically traveling with it. We see this before. It's very faint, but you will see this, okay? Okay, we're going to be looking at this object here, just here. You've got the reflection here from the simulator that's in front and in our outer atmosphere as the sun's behind it and the darkness, but we're looking at this object, and I'm going to, it's on a slow now, so we're going to see this move. Can you see this? Here it is here. This is not lens flare or anything like that. This is another heavenly body that's up there. Here it is. It's very important to track these objects as the sun is traveling. Can you see this now? This is on the Tepoztlan cam in Mexico. Can you see this now? It's very important to notice it. It's rising in the skies, and then it disappears when the simulator's risen above into the skies. Still traveling up. Can you see this? And then that simulator kicks in and brightens the skies, but not as much as the sun, our natural sun, did. Very strange, isn't it? I'm going to go now, so respect to all of you, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another longer video. So respect to you all from Matt Rogers. Welcome back, it's Matt, Skywatcher, and we're going to go through the different cam images, and we're going to see what we can find on this video. Again, today, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's just very dark. Time again is 6:41, and we're seeing some strangeness in the skies as well. So I send my respect to all of you, and we're just going to now head on and see what we can find on them cams. Also in this globe footage, you can see that many of the temperatures are climbing around the world as sea levels are rising as well. Just getting very hot on the temperature charts I've noticed this evening as well. Soon I believe we will all go into darkness. The earth will be darkened even more each and every month as the brown dwarf star heads closer towards us as well, causing more dark shadows so the natural sunlight doesn't get through. It will get dimmer each time. So I urge you all to prepare and prep for this huge coming event. This whole situation is starting to unravel itself now. We are starting to see through the veil of the skies. This image here is the tectonic plates that are all over the world right now. You've got that Arabian plate and the African plate. And all these are huge shiftings of tectonic plates that cause huge tsunami waves. This is all because of the pole shift in the past. And again, we are ready to become into a situation of another pole shift, because we've got Nibiru that's coming in. Now I'm going to go to webcams. I'm going to try first on the skyline cams and see what those skies are saying to us now. This is a Spanish cam, and this is in Manda Beach cam. And you can see here as well these chemtrails on the horizon, sun that's going down,
And also, again, this huge dark object. So on the right hand side, there is something that's darkening the skies here, isn't there? You can see these chemtrails here in front of our sun as the sun is going down with this object. Just keep an eye on this dark shadow. Just notice this on this cam, this dimness in the sky. This is a Croatian cam as well. And I've zoomed up to this as well because I'm looking up at the top of the screen here. You can see this clearly, this round object that's there in the thickness of the chems and the clouds. I mean, the brownness and the thickness of the sky. Again, it looks like a very strange celestial body up there. And I'm seeing these size objects as well now, from all different cams. Now, I've checked most of the skyline cams, and I've noticed that many have closed down. And also, most of the other ones are nighttime as well. But that there is very interesting, isn't it? Seeing that object there on the screen. Can you see this now? It's just very chemy up there at the moment. But it's just blown me away. What I've done is I've enhanced it. And I can see it up there. So let's check some more different cams from around many other parts of the world as well, so we can see on them cams. But that's very interesting, isn't it, to see that? The size of it and the shape of it as well. Can you see this object that's on this space cam? I'm just keeping an eye on it now, and I've noticed this as well. There's another Ustream cam as well. Also, as well, when you look closely with the space station, you can see the Earth's wobble as it's rotating. It's basically being very erratic as well, sort of bobbing movements. And again, you've got those pink clouds. It's a reflection from the other heavenly body. And again, Australia got it really bad last night. Some real serious weather. Tornado. Now the thing is, I'm going to now go to the Australian report of what happened last night as well. Here it is. Basically, what happened there. Queensland's Premier described Cyclone Debbie as incredibly scary and said the state would be feeling its impact for up to 5 days. Now this is crazy weather, isn't it? It's just been erratic all the time around the world. It says again, worst storm in Australia in years. Hits the mainland as it happened. And it's still going on now. So respect to Prep Aussie, and I hope he's okay. And this information needs to be brought out all over the world as well, doesn't it? Because people are being evacuated. 40 million homes have been without power. I mean, this is getting much worse. You know, only a far few months ago, it was huge earthquakes in Australia, wasn't it? Now we're getting cyclones. All sorts of erratic weather. The weather patterns and also these earthquakes. This is all because of these huge magnetic pulls of these other heavenly bodies. And people are now, with their channels, are starting to see and look up to the skies and also on the cams, seeing evidence that these objects are now being shown on these cams and also on footage, on videos. We are seeing this now, aren't we, all of us? Here is a report from it as well. Queensland Police Commissioner has warned people to prepare for the possibility of deaths from Cyclone Debbie, a Category 4 storm that struck the eastern coast of Australia on Tuesday. The scale of the destruction was yet to emerge on Tuesday evening, amid reports of severe damage to homes and communities cut off from communications. The destructive core of the cyclone hit the coast near Airlie Beach about midday local time after wreaking havoc on the Whitsunday tourist islands, where wind blew up to 263 kilometers an hour and ripped through roofs of houses. There were fears of major damage on the mainland, and Prospane and police warned there could be casualties from the slow-moving cyclone. Fears of damage from the storm surge in Maki at the southern edge of the watch zone faded as Debbie was downgraded to a Category 3 storm by 4 p.m. Now, it's getting erratic, isn't it? We're seeing all this strange weather. And as again, the John Moore documentary that he prepared, and he was spoken about in 2008, he said all this was going to happen. And it's starting to happen now, isn't it? A lot of the military, they've got to high ground now. They moved up high ground because they know it's coming. This isn't because of climate change. This is because of these huge objects that are incoming now. But again, the public believe media, and they would just come out of all different sort of stories and ways to make people believe them. But we need to now come together as a community to understand that things have seriously changed now, and it's all starting to move pretty fast now, isn't it? As again, the news media will just keep it away from us. They will not disclose the truth. They won't say anything. They just don't want anybody to know because they don't want mass panic, to lose control. So let's go to some more cams and see what we can find on them for you. Here on this weather cam as well. This is the UK cam, but can you see that pinkness in the sky? And there's that strange shadow again we've noticed it. Can you see this here? We're seeing this shadow again, just above the horizon here. This pinkness in the sky. The dimming of the ground as well is very dark. It's not the same as our natural sun. I mean, come on, this side of the skies, we are seeing this object, aren't we? This is a live San Francisco cam. And you will see when the sky gets lighter, you will see the chemtrailing beginning. And over there, they're spraying their skies. And also that dark patch up in the sky as well. This is a live Cincinnati cam as well. And again, those chemtrails in the night, these strange light objects. And also, when it gets daylight, you can see these objects moving across the screen to the left-hand side. There's other objects above those chems. Can you see that? This is a Galveston cam in Texas. And I've got a few friends over there as well. Sharice Melson, I respect you and I hope you're doing okay. And also, I've noticed this object. Can you see this on the skies? I'm going to zoom into this and see what it is. And also, can you see how dark it is as well? Let's just zoom in on this object. It was quite difficult to zoom in on that when it was on a time lapse. It just flashed in a matter of milliseconds. So I'm just going to go through the time lapse and show you this. How it just disappears, flashes and goes. So I'm going to go to another image for you as well. But just crazy times ahead. It could have been anything. Can you also see this object? I've zoomed in on it as well. And this is a cam in some part of California. But I'm going to run the time lapse on this cam so you can see this. It just goes in a split second. And it's also in the night time. Here's the cam running now. You'll see the skies and also lots of reflections and stuff. But keep an eye on that top left-hand corner. It just shows itself. See that? And then disappears. It's just getting much stranger now, isn't it? How we're spotting these celestial objects up there now. And these strange grey bronzy colours. So it's important that we get all the footage out there to the public, isn't it? So again, now we're going to go to another webcam to see what images we can collect from there as well. This is another live cam as well, another part of the world. And again, I apologise about it, keeps stopping and starting because it's a long way away. So the signal from here to there is quite low. But normally this cam is in high definition. It seems to be blurred out slightly, but you can see that red haze, can't you, on the horizon there. So again, I will keep an eye on this cam as well, so you can find up there. Because, as I said before, it's persistent, isn't it, to keep checking everything. You can see on this this cam, this red ray of reflections from a huge, heavily body. Now, this red reflection wasn't here before. Never. Not in the past. Not at all. You're getting this haze all the time. It's quite odd, really, because this cam's normally in high definition. So I'll look into this for you. I'm going to go and try another image now for you. This is a live panorama cam. 360 degrees. I mean, the thing is, you can see this, can't you? This pinkness in the sky. Here on this cam as well, I mean, look at this. You can see chemtrails. And also this pink hue. This is a reflection from Nibiru. Other people are seeing this pink reflection as well. It's not from our sun. And also the skies are completely changing. They really are now, aren't they? And again, we're just going to keep a track of different cams from around the world. This is cam in Switzerland. Now the Swiss cams do show a lot of evidence as well. You can look on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. As we saw on the other side of the world, but this side as well, you've got this other reflection, this redness on the horizon. It's all over the horizon now. Again, you've got those pink chems. These are basically reflecting from the binary twin. So we've just got to keep an eye on all the cams, as I said. As again, we might not see anything, but again, we might hopefully catch these objects in the skies. Sometimes these objects could be identified as other things. But it's just good, isn't it, to keep track of the cams to see what we can find, because this one's in high definition. And I will be going to check another cam, because every time we do this, we're just, I believe, getting closer to the truth. Here's another live cam as well, on a panorama cam. And look at the mountains, look at the snow, look at the red reflection that you can see there as well. And out to the sky, the atmosphere is too dim, isn't it? We're seeing a huge shadow up there as well. And I know you all see it as well, this yellow dimness from our celestial body, the sun, that object in front of it. We should be seeing now at 12 PM here on this cam, you should be seeing a very bright, light day. Heading into April now, aren't we? 2017. It's very close, isn't it now? Into spring. But again, you can see this dark and this pinkness on the snow. It's just so evident, isn't it, that we've got that object, Nibiru, that's coming closer to us each time now. The reflections are proving it now, aren't they? I'm going to go to another image for you now. I know you can't see much on this cam, but what we can see here as well, this pink reflection here and here as well. So I'm going to go to another image for you, but as again, the red reflections are not from our sun, it's from another body that's out there. Here's a weather cam in Australia as well. I've noticed this object on the top right hand corner. Could be anything, but basically it's red and it's It's large, doesn't it? But again, it could be anything else. But it just, again, it's important to track as much footage as we can. This is a live Tamworth cam, and this is also in Australia. Timestamp there, 28th of the 3rd, 2017, 5:09 p.m. Well, the reason why I was attracted to this cam is seeing this object again, aren't we? Just a huge shadow up there, isn't there? You can see this behind those clouds. Just a dark shadow. It just looked very interesting to see that, so I thought I'd show you this on the webcam images. I just want to say that there's some very well respected people, subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. They're out there in Australia, and I respect you all, and a big thank you for bringing all them fantastic images and photos into the email address. It's just outstanding that the community, the Nibiru community, are all out there, all across the world, searching the skies, and videoing as much evidence as possible. And also here on this cam, this is a point Hull and Cam southeast, dated the 29th, 3rd, 2017. Timestamp there is 5:30, 30 seconds AM in the morning. And you can still start to see that redness in the sky, the chemtrails above and the natural clouds on the horizon just being burnt away. That redness in the sky is coming in strong, isn't it? As again, we should just see our blue natural sky, but we're not no more, are we? So I'll move to the next cam, but again, just thank you, all you Australians. Fantastic people. Again on this cam as well, it's very red, isn't it, the skies. This is the New Farm cam, west, 5:33 AM, Australia. And I hope that cyclone didn't affect too many people, because a lot of people in Australia right now are affected with no power. Their power grid's gone down. Now, this will happen again, but the majority of the power grids all across the globe will go down when the Brandewall star gets close. So again, we need to seriously think about those families without power. Respect them all from over there in Australia, because they are very kind, genuine people across the world. And it's a shame what's happened, but we need to be strong for them. Again on this Chapel Hill camp south, 5:35 AM in Australia. You can see those chemtrails on the skyline, can't you? Just here. This purpleness in the sky, it's happening all the time now, isn't it? This is from another heavenly body, Nibiru, whatever you want to call it, Wormwood, the Destroyer. But it's here now, isn't it? We all just know this now. It's very much here. We've got a shadow here. And again, I just hope people are safe over there, because their weather patterns are erratic now. Also on this Australian cam as well, you can see this strange green effect, can't you, in the above the clouds there. This strangeness, and also on the Ustream cams, you're seeing the same sort of colours as well. This greeny lime green, it's horrible. This yellowness as well. It's bleak, isn't it? It's just not nice at all, is it, to see, really? And these are the sort of skies that my wife pointed out on Sunday night. Strange clouds. I'm hoping people could see this. Okay? This is another Australian cam. And again, can you see that red haze from the heavenly body on the horizon there? Yes, you can see that grey cloud above. To the left and to the right, it's like a haze as well, with these spraying the skies. But again, you can see that red reflection, can't you? Right in the middle of the screen on the horizon. It's just a huge reflection from Nibiru. And I just want people to notice this, because, again, it's so important that people prepare for this huge incoming event. So I'm going to try another image for you. This is a live broadcast in Australia as well, the King's Cliff cam. But it goes a bit short because adverts kick in. But I just want to show you this darkness of the skies as well, this red reflection that's coming through. It's very interesting. So Australia is starting to pick up the redness on the horizons. This red glare that's coming through, cutting through those clouds. As the binary twin is getting closer. So I'm going to switch to a different camera now. Here on this Cabratia cam, you can see this object, can't you, on the horizon here as well. Just here on the horizon. There's a light source there. And also this red reflection that's coming in all the time. We don't get this normally every year or every day of the year. We just get a simple horizon, blue horizon, but we're getting these huge red reflections that are coming in a lot more now. This cam is operating on the 29th again in Australia at 6:53 a.m. So it's the sunrise. And the reason why I'm doing the Australian cams this evening is basically because of what's happened. I'm just going to check this. This is the Sunshine Beach cam. Again, I apologise about that, the way it paused and stopped. It's just when we're getting difficulty when the cams stop and start because Australia is on the other side of the world. But it's important to see what's going on over there as well. As you can see, all these light sources on the horizons. Can you see this here as well? Behind all these chems and these lowered clouds, we are seeing this red-yellow horizon all the time. And I've seen these strange clouds as well here in the UK. And this redness as well. I apologise about this, the way this does this. I'm going to switch to some different cams now, okay? See if we can pick up something else in Australia. This is a live streaming now. This web weather cam in Australia. 7:05, 7:06 a.m. in the morning. And it's just very blue and dark, isn't it, the skies? So again, I'll be keeping an eye on these webcams tonight till early hours of the morning. See what we can pick up, because they're getting some strange weather over there, aren't they? So again, respect to those people, the members of the public over there, because they need to know the truth as well, don't they? These are images from the Mammoth Mountain ski area camp, the Canyon Lodge, Lincoln Mountain. This is in the USA as well. Now, I have had some trouble with the webcams here as well, trying to get the live stream for you so you can see it more clear in high definition. But at the moment, I can only get it like this, so you can see the timestamp there, 12:57, 20 seconds. And I just want to show you these images because it's very important, because look how dim it is as well there in USA. And as I click through the other cams, now something on these images are blurring out 2 or 3 of them. So I apologise about this. But you can see that yellowness on the snow, can't you? This one as well. Look how dark it is. Okay, 12:57 for 29 seconds. Okay, it's too dark, isn't it? I mean, the snow, it's supposed to be so bright now. You've got that simulator up there, haven't you? Again, on this image as well, it's blurry, but you can see just how dark it is, can't you? And here, facing down on this cam as well, on the building and on the snow, it's very yellow, isn't it? Not the same as what we had it before. Here again on these images, we can see how dark it is again, can't we, on the screen? It's because we are being eclipsed. We have got a huge eclipse that's happening right now with them objects right in front of our natural sun. Again, on this screen, you can see how yellow it is as well, how dim and dark. Skies are too dark for the time of the day. I apologise how small it is. I can't even see where they've shrunk the timestamp and everything. I could just make out here it's the 12:52 p.m. Very dark indeed, isn't it? So evident now, isn't it, that we are in the shadows now, aren't we? Here's a few more images to show you as well. It's just very dark, isn't it? Timestamp there is 12:57:59 seconds. Again on the 28th. It's just very dark, isn't it? See this yellowness on the snow. I mean, look how dim it is with the trees. Are supposed to be very bright for that time of the day now. Very, very bright. It's coming up to 1 p.m. And again, we're now reaching towards April. Just so evident now, isn't it? We're getting some very, very dark skies. I mean, look at the snow. Look at the yellowness. People need to see this now. They need to know that we are going into darkness. All the time now, we're seeing this every day. Dark skies. Here's the last image of the Mammoth Mountain camp. You can all see this, can't you? That the shadows are here now, aren't they? Huge dark reflections. And also, when I looked at those other camps of them shadows, them big celestial shaped objects on the horizon, this is what's causing these dark patches. And I mean, on these cams here, it's just clear blue skies. The thing is, they're getting, the sun is just like a yellow, brassy colour shade of darkness, isn't it? Because those celestial objects up there as well. So I'm going to go to the NASA cams and see if we can find some other things up there before I go. I noticed on this NASA Ustream cam, it flashes. There's some sort of flashing going on out there. Where the sun is as well. We've seen this sort of flashing before. I'm hoping it'll do it again on this image for you as well. And also, again, I will show you the SOHO charts at the very end of this video to show you that those flares and the activity up there is getting stronger. You can see that haze on the Earth from the sun and that object that's up there as well that's darkening our skies. Before I put on this cam, I could see a lot of flashing going on in the area where the sun is, pointing down towards the Earth. See, again, checking these NASA Ustream cams is very important for you, the subscribers, because there is objects up there that basically are being seen all the time now. Many other channels are watching these all the time as well, and you subscribers are doing the same thing. Now again, last night I did a video towards the end. Them objects could have been anything. Could have been lens flare or some other refraction. But again, it's just keeping persistent, isn't it, to keep an eye on those cams. I'm going to go to the SOHO cam now to see what we can find as well. Okay, now we're on the SOHO cam. So that's zoom in and also check and see what we can find. Okay, here we are. We've got the SOHO cam. Timestamp and everything in the it just is like on a time lapse. You can see here, can't you, on the left hand side, we're going to get a huge flare. Can you see this? Belting out towards us. Here again, they're starting to get bigger now, these huge flares. These CMEs travel billions of miles through towards us. It only takes 8 minutes to get towards our Earth. And again, all the trash in the skies. We're getting some objects that come up across here as well. It's just very important to watch these cams as well. Because through the past 6 months, it's been getting worse. Getting pounded all the time, aren't we? And they're chemtrailing all the time as well to try and stop these harmful rays for getting down towards our Earth's core, and also as well to stop. They think they can stop a huge event from shutting down our power grids. Now, again, we've got to respect people from all over the world, because anything can happen at any point in time. So anyway, I'm going to go now, and I'll be back here again tomorrow to do another video to see what we can find. Again, we might not be able to see much, and then on other cams we can see everything. So again, it's so important just to keep being persistent and just keep carrying on. So respect to you.